Hello, this is New Wave of British Heavy Metal.com. It's the 12th of November 2020, and in a quick follow-up to yesterday's video about Saracen's debut, thought we'd have a look today at Saracen's follow-up album to that from 1984, I think it was. Yes, it was. Of course, back in when the Wobbum ruled the airwaves. And that's Change of Heart. Before we get into that, if I may make the usual favour request, please, and that's that you subscribe to the channel if you wouldn't mind. That would be certainly appreciated and big help. Anyway, Saracen and Change of Heart. So after that remarkable debut album of theirs, Saracen then just disappeared for a bit. Just disappeared. They reappeared in 1984 with a number of lineup changes, and Second Heart was the result of that. Unfortunately, in my ears at least, that the Bendelows had gone. However, some of Rob Bendelow's songs appear on Change of Heart, and perhaps it might have been the lineup changes, who knows, or perhaps it might have been a decision by the band to move into a more mainstream new wave of British heavy metal sound than the debut, which was certainly had its proggy pomp elements to it as well. But for me, Change of Heart does lose some of that spacey proggy stuff from the debut, and it is a bit more straight ahead in style with a bit of an AOR tinge to it as well. But it certainly has its moments, and it's not a forlorn hope. A reworked version of We Have Arrived opens it up just like it did on the Red Sky album. Bettany's voice, bloody hell! Sorry about that. I'm getting tongue-tied again. Bettany's vocals are sharp, powerful, and clear. It really is. We've got songs like Love on Sight, which is a bit of a no-frills rocker. Julie, well, yeah. Not so good. Probably a misplaced attempt to have a pop at a radio-friendly hit single. Doesn't work for me. Seabird's quite good though. That's a nice ballad. Then we've got Meet Me at Midnight, which is a Rob Bendelow songwriting credit, and things step back up really with that song. It's a really excellent rock song. Drives along, really forceful and powerful. And of course, a few years later, it would appear in a slightly different form on Saracen's, for me, their best album, which is Vox in Excelso. I'd track that down if you can, though it might be a bit hard to find these days, but Vox in Excelso, what an album. Jekyll and Hyde, which is also on Saracen's debut, shows up again here on Change Your Heart, slightly reworked. Just over 3 minutes or so of really like in-your-face riff or armour, and there's a really excellent guitar solo in it as well. It's quite powerful. Cheating how can I describe Cheating? Yeah, well, it's a little bit like Judas Priest used to do so well when they were recording songs like Take on the World, with that thumping drum sound. Again, it half works. Hot Love is quite fun, and is more evident to that return to a more mainstream new wave of British heavy metal style by the band. And it rocks along quite nicely. But to demonstrate they'd not return to predictability, I suppose, on this album, that there are a couple of songs, Seabird and Bridge of Tears, which are quite emotional, sensitive, ballad type affairs, which are very well constructed as well. And now, whilst Change of Heart is a different style to Saracen's superb debut album, the band did overcome the leaving of Rob Bendelow to come back with this Change of Heart, which overall does generally hit the spot for me. It shows some versatility and an ability to switch between that proggy sort of sound to the more straight ahead new wave of British heavy metal sound, to throwing in the soulful ballads that I've mentioned already. So overall, Change of Heart, fine album, different from the debut, but stands up well. It might take a few spins for it to sink in properly, but give it an opportunity to do that, and I'm sure you'd enjoy it. I still play it a lot, even though it's 40 years or so almost since it came out. It's still one of my favoured listens. So As always, check it out if you'd like to. There is a link underneath the video to the album on Amazon, and there's also a link to the blog post on the website if you'd like to read that as well. So we'll leave it at that for Change Your Heart, and I'll say, as always, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and take care. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe before you go. All right, thanks.